All right. All right. Welcome to the fourth live stream. Fourth live stream. Looks like we're connected. Books and art from Japan. My name is Brandon Chin. If this is the first time tuning in, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I am just starting to do these live streams regularly because I think it is the future of how creators and writers like me connect with readers like you. And so it's just about getting into a rhythm and keeping the motivation up, consistency strong. So we're going to talk about some of my books and the culture behind them, as well as some of the concepts of the Japanese art that I offer, including this samurai doll right here. But we'll get into that. Let me just go live on Instagram real quick and we will get started. Welcome. Live. Let's see. Live. What's the title for this? Live number 4. That's pretty simple, right? Live number 4. Books and art from Japan. Alright, I should do Japanese books and art. Boom! Alright. Yes, welcome. I appreciate you. Computer with all these notifications going on. Let's see. Yeah, looks like I'm live. Everything is going well. All right. Yeah. It is working. Very nice. Oh, hi. Oh, wow, that's opposite. Good morning. Oh, Akiko-san from Itoshima. Akiko, welcome. Good morning. I am streaming live from YouTube and Instagram to speak about my books, as well as concepts from Japanese design that back up the different types of crafts that I offer. Like this samurai doll right here representing Children's Day. You know, somebody told me I should probably... Oh, actually, my dad watched my stream recently and he said I should have the phone and the computer in the same general direction so I don't gotta be like this. But the thing is, it's on a tripod, so it's kind of funky to set up. But let me know what you guys think. Is this distracting? You guys don't like the side of my head? I think the side of my head looks pretty good. Thank you, Madoka. Madoka shaped me up pretty well, so. Yes. So everybody, thank you for joining. We're going to be speaking about Yokai Shadows as well as this book from Patricia Graham. It is a pretty academic book, but it speaks about different concepts within Japanese design. And I'm going to go straight to the first one. Ma. If you know what ma is, drop it in the chat. Ma. They call it interval in time and space. I think that's pretty impressive. A lot of people, when they think of Japanese art and like Japanese design, it's more about, I don't know, wabi-sabi and accept your imperfections and ikigai and stuff like that. But for me, I think this is the biggest one. Welcome. Ma. I think ma, that, well, let me just read actually what she says. She says, let me give you the exact definition here. Ma, literally translated as an interval in time and space. It describes the partiality in Japanese design for empty spaces, vagueness, abstraction, asymmetrical balance, and irregularity. Yeah. So you hear that and be like, what? But I think the biggest key word in that is empty space. Empty space. If you've spent any time in Japan, you probably have experienced this phenomena of ma. And you can see they already have a no theater stage here to actually express this concept. The concept of open space. Let's see what else she says. Oh yeah, wow. Hurry up. There's an exhibition in the late 1970s. It's called Ma Space Time in Japan, and the exhibition situated Ma within the context of other traditional Japanese aesthetic terms. Among them, sabi, from wabi-sabi, and ski. And presented it as a shorthand explanation for describing the Japanness of a wide variety of contemporary avant-garde Japanese performing, martial, and visual arts, music, fashion, and garden architecture design. We're here talking about Japanese art and my book, Yokai Shadows. Drop any comments if you want me to talk about something specific to books and art from Japan. And so we're now talking about ma, interval of time and space. Huge concept, Japanese art, but also Japanese daily behavior. If you spent any time in Japan, I think you would understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. Japanness of a wide variety of contemporary avant-garde Japanese performing, martial, and visual arts, music, fashion, garden, and architecture design. The exhibition explored model in relation to the cosmology of kami, the unseen deities of Japan's indigenous Shinto religion, and the acting style and stage set of the stylized No theater. This is what I'm telling you. No. It's amazing. As you can see in this book, it has No theater displayed for the interval of time and space. And she goes on to say, it is important to note, though, that in pre-modern times, neither Shinto or No theater were ever described with the word ma. Welcome, Erika. Erika, arigatou gozaimasu. Here talking about Japanese art and design. No, for example, in traditional aesthetic terminology, is always described as infused with the Buddhist spirit of Yugen. Yes, that is something I wanted to talk about. Yugen, which is also mysterious beauty. Yeah, let's actually go to Yugen, actually. I think that describes No theater more accurately. Oh yes, Erika, thank you. Actually, Erika, have you been to Japan before? Where's the Yugen design? Chapter 2. Yugen. Chapter 2. Erica says, no, I haven't been to Japan, but no, but Oh, there we go. I'm a fan of Wabi Sabi. Want to visit in the future. Oh, perfect. Actually, Wabi Sabi, they speak about this in this book. Let me hook you up with a little Wabi Sabi. Wabi Sabi. All right. This book is pretty detailed in all the different concepts like that. There we go. Wabi Sabi. Yeah. Let's see what she says. Let's see what Patricia Graham says. Graham, I should say. Wabi Sabi. Words wabi and sabi have been closely linked to the aesthetics of the Chanoyu tea ceremony since 1400s. Let me get you past all the history stuff and more to the definition of... Oh, here we go. Difficult to translate, wabi and sabi are today acclaimed along with shibui and suki as the essence of Japanese beauty. Wabi means desolate or lonely and embodies appreciation of a rustic beauty and natural imperfections, and celebrates the noble spirit of poverty and humility. While sabi means rusted, lonesome, or dreary, and aesthetically evokes sorrow for the fragility of life. Westerners first became enamored with the aesthetic concepts of wabi and sabi through the writings of Okakura Kazuko in the Book of Tea. If you're interested in wabi sabi, actually, Erica, where did you hear of wabi sabi? I'm curious. Maybe you actually read the Book of Tea before. And we got Hitak joining. Hitak, I just linked up with Hitak recently here in Fukuoka. Let me tell you about Hitak. I first met Hitak. He's from South Korea. First met him back in 2019. Hitak joined my Airbnb experience that I had in Itoshima to talk about what was it? It was a language exchange. So long ago, it was a language exchange. Yeah, I do. I like bringing people together. That's like what I do. So it was a language exchange where I got Japanese local people together with foreigners. And we obviously switched Japanese English, where we spoke about different types of stuff. So 2019, joined that Airbnb experience. Very grateful for that. Thank you, Hitak. After that, he bought one of my books and joined my membership community, Raw Japan. If you want any of these books, just go to brandonchin.net. You can pick up one just like Hitak. And all these years later, 2024, he's back in Fukuoka. He hit me up on my Instagram, and voila, we just met up yesterday. Actually, Hitak gave me a gift from Korea, a pottery town. So we're going to get into that. I'm going to set it up. Thank you, Hitak. Erica says, I read Wabi Sabi for artists, poets, and philosophers. Very nice. Very nice. Erica, how do you think you or people that are watching this after, even with the replay, how can they implement wabi sabi in their life? What do you think? What is the benefit, especially for people living in the West? What is the benefit of wabi sabi in their life? Yeah, we're speaking about different concepts in Japanese art and design based on this book written by Patricia Graham, produced by Tuttle. I like a lot of the books. I've purchased a lot of these books before. And if you're watching, I recommend you get this one. I have no affiliation with them. I just enjoy the books they produce. But yeah, one of the viewers on Instagram is speaking about wabi sabi. She read wabi sabi for artists, poets, and philosophers. Actually, Hitak, what what do you think wabi-sabi means? What is wabi-sabi to you? People on YouTube, what is wabi-sabi? Or if you're, are you familiar with the concept of wabi-sabi? Drop it in the chat. Erica says it helps you slow down and recognize beauty in places you may not normally pay attention to. I 100% agree. I agree. Especially if you live in a city in the West. It's all about pa 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 pa. Let's go, let's go. And you know, a lot of people assume that Japan is all wabi-sabi, but it's pretty much like the West, especially in the cities. But if you spend some time out in the countryside, you can experience more of this wabi-sabi concept, as Erica says, slowing down and paying attention to stuff that you normally don't pay attention to. This is the kind of image that they give you in the book that represents wabi-sabi. This is how I imagine, this is a lot of the Japanese countryside views that I associate with wabi-sabi. It's like a lot of organic materials used for their houses, and especially these type of rooms for tea ceremony. And speaking of things like tea ceremony, I got this gift from Hitak. Hey, look at this. Pottery, a diffuser from a specific pottery place out in Korea, a small town. Oh, hello. Hello. Hair looks so much better. Yeah, thank you. Here we go. That's my mom right there on YouTube. I appreciate you watching. Yeah, I shaped up the hair. Madoka joined. Keiko-san, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. あれ、Keiko-san。もしかしたら、京都のKeikoさんですか？久しぶりです。Yeah, this is a piece of pottery I got from Hitak. Hitak says, difficult to define what wabi-sabi means, even in Korean language. Yeah. A lot of Japanese people will say the same too. I think the rough translation of wabi-sabi is imperfection, accepting imperfections and stuff like that. So, all right, Masami-san, welcome, welcome. Masami-san is a piano player out in Itoshima. Masami-san, 最近ピアノ弾いてますか？作曲してますか？新しい曲できてますか？教えてください。でも気になるね。恵子さん、本当に京都の方ですかね。昔一緒に英語を教えてた恵子さんかな。But yes, let's show. Look, this is the diffuser I got from Hitak. He brought it from Kyoto. No, not Kyoto. He brought it from Korea, Hankoku. And it's a special diffuser. Actually, Hitak, please tell us about this. Please tell us about this city in the comments. Here we go. A special diffuser from Korea that I got from one of my customers that bought a book from me and joined some of my online digital product communities. I've known him for a long time. I would consider him a friend now. Hitak, tell us about this diffuser. I would say the subtle color of the base expresses the beauty of wabi-sabi. Yeah. The subtle color. You see this? This is, according to Hitak, this would represent wabi-sabi. You know? That simplicity, but also acceptance of imperfection. And so I'm going to be using this diffuser like this. It comes with a special fragrance. I think this is a collaboration between, it says Taylor Scents. A special, actually, let's let Hitak tell us about Taylor Scents, this place And also tell us about the city. Here we go. The pottery is produced in Gwangju, small city near Seoul. Small city near Seoul. Yes, Hitak lives near Seoul. And what about Gwangju? What is so special about this city, Gwangju? This is the perfume or the scent. I don't know if you can actually see the scent here. It smells really good. Oh yeah, that smells super nice. If you watched my earlier live where I got my haircut by my girlfriend Madoka, I think she would really enjoy this actually. Oh yeah. Super organic smell. Welcome below. Thank you for joining. Talking about Japanese art. All the people joining, we're talking about Japanese art and the books that I write based in Japan. That this is a special perfume that I got for combined with this diffuser, special pottery from Gwangju, a city near Seoul. Hitak says the scent is kind of a brand of diffuser, yeah. And he says the city has a long history to produce high quality of Korean royal porcelains for a long time. Yeah, that is, thank you for that. Long time no see. Oh, yes. Long time no see. Surfer. There's a family of surfers out in Itoshima that live near Oguchi Kaigan. I haven't seen them in a long time. How are you? How is the family? I taught some of the kids when I was an English teacher when I first came to Itoshima. How are the kids? みんな家族元気してますかみんな。そう、最近大口海岸まで、行ってないなので、申し訳ございません。そう、今日はね、伝統工芸品と僕が書いている小説についてライブしてます。This is a diffuser that I got from a customer of mine, Hitak. Ja Rastafari. Hitak says, happy to hear Madoka also likes it. She hasn't smelled it yet, but next time she comes over, I will be showing her this. So, actually, before I pour this, Hitak, how should I pour this? Is it just like a few drops, or like, what is the amount that I should be pouring? Oh yeah, that smells really good though. It smells like wood, a certain type of like oak. Very relaxing, very calming. What am I going to become a unboxing influencer with the ASMR? Yeah, that stuff is actually pretty relaxing though, but ASMR, you guys want some ASMR? For that, you probably need like a super sensitive mic, so. Alright, let's see actually if there's any smell, if they talk about any smells here. Barbara, welcome. Yeah. Actually, I'm curious, are there any other, or not any other, but are there any influencers or creators that you watch live? I'm curious. I'm trying to do this consistently, keep this going, to speak about the Japanese art that I offer as well as my books. And so I'm always learning. Please drop in the chat, who are the people you watch live often? Who does a good job of keeping the show lively? I'm curious, always open to learning. Hitak, amazing unboxing. Yeah. Maybe I should get I think they're called condenser mics that capture like the entire space. Every little sound gets caught. For that though, like, I mean, that's gonna turn into a different type of show. So let's see, I'm curious because I got this diffuser from Korea for the people just joining. This is a special piece of pottery from the city of Gwangju, near Seoul. And it comes with a nice perfume scented smell. It smells like oak wood. And I'm seeing if there's any type of concept of smell from this Japanese design book. Produced by Tuttle. I recommend you get it. Barbara says, relationship podcasts that go live. Interesting. Relationship podcasts. A lot of those get a lot of flack because some people just be getting on mics and talking. Look, I'm doing it right now. But at least it's something, I have experience in. Especially with these books. Been writing since 2016. But a lot of the people on these relationship podcasts are... I guess it depends on who is speaking about the relationship or relationships. Personally, I think people that are licensed couple therapists or recently I saw a divorce lawyer. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, Barbara, so they bring guests who have written books. Yes. Or like this, some type of authority, because sometimes it's just guys, like, I don't know, like, if you go through your For You page, you will see what I'm talking about. Oh, but that's interesting. Please drop some names if you're, licensed, credentialed. It's super important, I think. Relationships are tough. Relationships are something that I think people that have a background in helping people resolve long-term problems, that should be reserved for people with licenses. Because otherwise you're going to be, it's like go to a barbecue and talk to your friends otherwise. Yeah, please drop some names of the podcast or live shows that you listen to. I'm always open to learning how people do things. Oh, Uchiyama-san, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Live 参加していただいてありがとうございます。So, Uchiyama-san is a artisan who makes koto. He makes, it's a harp. It's a Japanese harp, basically. 13 strings, of course, there are different models and stuff like that. But he is based out in Fukuyama, Hiroshima, which is one of the last places that produces koto. They call it Fukuyama koto. But yes, Uchiyama-san, 次の演奏はいつですか？次のことの演奏はいつでしょう？また広島に見に行きたいと思いますので、よろしくお願いします。Barbara says, Diary of a CEO, yeah! What's the guy's name again? Stephen Bartlett, I think. Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's a super strong interviewer. And all of the people he brings on are like massive. So yeah, respect for that. I didn't know he goes live though. I didn't know he went live. Like he has a podcast and YouTube if you are interested in a super high quality show, Diary of a CEO. Highly recommended. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know he went live. Where does he go live from? So yeah, if you're just joining, we're here talking about concepts of Japanese art as well as my book. I haven't gotten into this. I'll talk about this in the latter part of the show. But yeah, just got this gift from one of my readers from South Korea. Pottery from Gwangju. Special artisan city out in Seoul. And it's a diffuser. So at first I thought this was incense. So I was telling Hitak I'm going to light this. And he's like, please don't do that. He will die. Yeah, it's probably poisonous. So probably hazardous. But comes with this perfume, this bottle of fragrance. Still haven't poured this. Hitak, how much should I be pouring? Sure, I'm just gonna go for it. Fuck it, we do it live. Do it live. Let's see what happens. Alright, this is actually let's see, I don't want to get it on my book here actually. Gotta be careful. Barbara says no, he's not live, but that's who immediately came to me. Sorry. No, that's fine. Yeah, he's pretty good. Steven is very, I think his name's Steven, yeah. Alright, here we go. Pouring. Oi! Yeah, I'm not very good at pouring. That's why I don't pour people drinks. That's why when I have Dome House events, I have someone do the bartending because I suck at pouring. I'm curious if you can actually drip this or dip it. But let's see, you just gotta go for it. Oi! This is so messy. But it's in. I think that was wrong. I don't think that's how it works. But let's see. Yeah, it's coming out. Little by little. So apparently these sticks suck up the liquid. See, everyone's probably very familiar with this stuff. I am not. When they told me this was the diffuser, I was like, huh? Because when I think of diffuser, I think of a machine. And you pour in the scents and stuff like that and it comes out. But I had no idea you could do it like this. And so this sucks up the liquid from the bottom and it comes out and pop in your ear. Yeah, that smells nice. Hitak, thank you very much. I'll have to wipe that up after. Let me see if I can get this in the shop properly. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, but I can see the replay. Alright, there's a stream delay. And I have YouTube up right now and I can see myself spilling the diffuser. You can see the little sheen on my hands. But good smell. Nice smell. Maybe I should put no lotion. Yeah, I was curious if there is a concept in this book, Japanese Design and Art. If there is a concept of the art of smell. Oh, no. Yeah, of something like fragrance. It's all more visual though, yeah. I don't see anything about fragrances. Maybe let's check out the index. Index. Old skills that I used to learn back when my parents took me to the library. I used to live in library. There are two places I feel super comfortable. Libraries, bookstores, as well as the movie theater. Those two places are my safe places. Welcome, Haraf. Here talking about Japanese art as well as my books, which we'll get into soon. Yokai Shadows. Okoto-chan, welcome. Good to see you again. Uchiyama-san も参加していただいたと思います。まだいるかどうかわかりませんが、Okoto-chan, welcome. So, Okoto-chan, I just mentioned an artisan that builds Japanese koto or harp instruments. We now have a koto player who is not based in Hiroshima, like the artisan. She's based in Osaka, and she has a huge audience on TikTok. Actually, Okoto-chan, TikTok ライブやってますか? I'm curious about TikTok live, so I'm going live concurrently, YouTube and Instagram. But I also want to be on TikTok because people on TikTok, there are a lot of readers on TikTok. Readers of books. I actually had a couple of sales recently from a 16-second video. You don't get that as often on YouTube and Instagram. Welcome, DJ Rabi Bionic. So I'm trying to get on TikTok. ご紹介ありがとう。はい、of course. TikTok ライブは月に1回ぐらいやります。ありがとうございます。TikTok ライブって、フォロワー何人が必要ですか? You have to have a certain amount of followers on TikTok. So I'm asking, she goes live once a month on TikTok. She plays her koto live. If you want to see her play live, just search Okoto-chan on TikTok and her profile will come up. She's a super talented player, but there are a lot of talented players all over Japan that can play the koto, which is a harp, for the people that are now joining. But the cool thing about her, about Okoto-chan, is that basically she plays modern day songs with the koto, pop songs, so younger people can gain an interest in the koto, which is a dying art. And so she says 1,000 people. ありがとうございます。1000人ぐらい。1000人。さあ、今、僕は100人しかいないので、もっと頑張らないといけないですね。どうやってフォロワーさんを増やしましたか? Basically, she says you need 1,000 people on TikTok to go live. And I got 100 people. So if you want to see me bring my books to more people on TikTok live, all you have to do is go search Brandon Chin Books TikTok live. Not TikTok live. Brandon Chin Books is my username. Go to TikTok, Brandon Chin Books. Follow me on TikTok so I can hit that 1,000 follower requirement and go live on TikTok every day to sell more of these books. We can get into that very soon. So, Okoto-chan, 去年は毎日投稿しました。Yes, that's it. So, Okoto-chan, 今、Okoto-chan何数人なんかなフォロワー何人います? So, Okoto-chan and are posted on TikTok every day to grow her follower count. And so I probably got to do the same. So, Amami no Sato 参加していただいてありがとうございます. Amami no Sato is basically like a resort, I think you would call it, that is out in Kagoshima. Represents Amami no Sato, not Amami no Sato, Oshima, Amami Oshima, which is an island that makes a special type of kimono that is put into the mud. Really, it's a garment or thread that is put into mud to color it, and super expensive silk threads that is in the kimono world. Top. So good to see them joining. I interviewed them a couple years ago. Okoto-chan says Instagram 14,500 followers, TikTok 12,500 people. That's Okoto-chan. Yes, so there's a koto player with 14,000 followers on Instagram, and on TikTok 12 or about 13,000 people. And she grew that from posting every day. That is amazing. And going live once a month, especially for something like for koto, because it's a dying, as I was saying, it's a dying art form. That's why I'm out here trying to talk about Japanese art like this, along with this samurai doll. A very opportune time to talk about this because this represents Children's Day in May. It's about, the vitality of men. Or boys at the time, actually, because this is a boy samurai. But in May, they have Children's Day where they celebrate the, men, fight life like this. And this is a kabuto, or, that samurai hat you probably see in all those movies, all those wartime movies. But this doll is dope. You can see, as always, super detailed. Look at all the details here. Got the sword, got the kabuto, got the kimono. Look at that, guys. Super nice, super nice. Yeah, if you want this, all you gotta do is drop me a DM and I'll get you. It'll be a different version, of course. Can't give you this one. This one has been purchased as part of a package from one of my newsletter readers. A package that, well, I guess I can say it's like about $7 together for 4,000 US dollars. Yes, these dolls are very, very sought out, and I had a collection, and a lucky reader scooped it up. And Okoto-chan says, kawaii. Yes, I think the doll is very kawaii. I agree. Yes, so I didn't find a single concept about smells or fragrances in this book, so can't really speak on the diffuser that I got from my Korean reader. Saki-san, yoroshiku. Welcome, welcome. Talking about Japanese art. 伝統工芸品と小説について語ってます。But I cannot find anything about smells or fragrances, so we're gonna move on. And talk about yokai shadows. Yokai shadows. So if you are a reader and you like fantasy books along with a little bit of romance, this is interracial romance. Japanese Yuki-san, main character, along with Kwame, another main character from Ghana. Basically, this book is about protecting old traditions so that we can learn about ourselves. And also the battle between nature and creativity. And this kappa, or this yokai, represents nature. These two main characters, Kwame and Yuki, represent human creativity. Yuki-san is a no-mask carver, carving wood, making faces every day, based out in Osaka. And so this book is called Yokai Shadows. Yokai Shadows. If you want it, pick it up, brandonchin.net. You can get it printed on washi paper like this, which is also a Japanese art made from trees. Think about all those old scrolls, Japanese scrolls you see on the walls. Same material, basically. So soft to the touch. Man, this is turning into an ASMR influencer live show. But it's nice. It feels nice. It's soft to the touch, but also very durable. おことちゃん、日本の伝統工芸品紹介の動画を毎日投稿したらすぐ1000人行きますよ。ああ、そうですかね。いや、やってみます。やってみます。小説もやってみたいから一緒にしようかな。Erica, what's it called again? Which one? Are we talking about the doll? Are we talking about book? Which one are you speaking about? Very nice, love. Oh, the book. Japanese paper. Love Japanese paper. Oh, I appreciate, yes. Oh, okay. Got you. Thank you. Yes, the book is Yokai Shadows. So if you're not familiar, yokai, actually, Okoto-chan, yokai, 一番好きな妖怪ありますか？いますか？ Yokai are basically mythical. Actually, we'll speak about yokai in the next one. Yokai are mythical beasts, basically, to sum it up. There are so many different phenomena. You got yurei, oni. There are so many different types of fantastical, paranormal beasts in Japan and Japanese mythology. But I settled on yokai because I enjoy them. I like them. If you have ever seen ukiyo-e or woodblock prints, all those especially if you like kabuki, it's like that face basically. And it's like these paintings that got super popularized in the Edo period. Because during the Edo period, Japan shut down for 200 to 300 years. Didn't let anybody in except for Portugal and the Netherlands, who traded through Nagasaki and like other ports like this. But it was, for the most part, closed off from the world. Also, it was a peaceful time. And so a lot of people, what do people do in times of peace? They make art. During that time, ukiyo-e and yokai, this is not a yokai, but yokai became super widespread. Yume na yokai, Okoto-chan says a popular yokai that she likes is Rokurokubi. Kasa no yokai kana? Okoto no yokai mo iru desu. Yeah. So that's the crazy thing about yokai, is that it's supposed to it's artists taking everyday situations, objects, people, and imagining them in a beastly form. And so one of them is this woman with a long neck that like swirls like this. That's the rokurokubi. A lot of yokai are female actually, which is pretty wild. I think a lot of people were scared of women because they're so powerful. AJ Dolph, welcome. Talking about Japanese art in my books. And she also says there is a koto yokai. So it's actually a harp that is transformed into a beast. It's kind of scary. Instrument you're playing and all of a sudden it just chomps your finger off, your hand off. Erica says, you wrote it, how awesome. Yeah, I appreciate you, Erica. Thank you. Actually, Erica, what type of books do you normally read? What type of fiction, novels, what genre do you typically read? Anybody else in the chat, what type of books do you typically enjoy? This is a fantasy book with modern folklore. And of course, a little bit of romance. Dun, 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 dun. A little bit of spice, a couple sex scenes, but you gotta keep it, don't gotta keep it PG because it's spicy. So it's a spicy book, doesn't, not PG, not for your children to read, although it is quite short, but still. So Yokai Shadows, I picked personally a very, very interesting yokai to me, which is called Kappa, a little river demon that eats humans and takes a little ball from your ass that they think contains a human soul. Shirikodama. Very weird, very strange. But the Kappa, very well known in Japan, probably the most well known yokai, I think. But it has a little cup on its head full of water, and if you spill out the water, you kill the Kappa. In my book, I speak about the kappa as the kappa becomes a woman. I don't want to give too much away. Kappa is trying to kill human creativity because she thinks it's a threat to nature, which she represents. And so she's kind of the queen of the yokai world and comes to the human world, finds Yuki and Kwame, and battles it out with them to take the no mask that Yuki finds in the beginning of the story, because it has special elements, special powers that the kappa wants to control to destroy human creativity. So it's a battle between nature, humans making stuff, and in between that is no mask as a special object of power. And so Erica says, period pieces, you love history. Oh, what type of history, Erica? Is it historical fiction, or do you read like straight history, like history books? Okoto-san, Nihon igai ni mo yokai wa iru desu ka? Yeah, I think, yes. So Okoto-chan asks, are there beasts, mythological beasts outside of Japan? And there are plenty. Yes, a lot of different cultures, especially in different countries in Africa, which I plan on incorporating in this series through Kwame, which is why I made him from Ghana, Ghanaian. So look out for that. African mythology with Japanese mythology, that is the plan. Because although I've been in Japan 9 years, I am Black and I have to represent. And also I want to learn more about African mythology. And so Barbara says, right now, says anything about the Anunnaki. Oh, Barbara, please tell us about the Anunnaki. I wonder if that's a yokai. There are so many yokai that, actually I'm going to search. Anunnaki. And, Okoto-chan, kappa ski, kappa zushi, ikareta koto arimasu ka? Kappa is so popular that there's a sushi chain based off of kappa. It's a conveyor belt sushi chain. Erica says, Team Yuki and Kwame, historical fiction, special interest is Haiti, New Orleans. Have you read Deep River by Shishaku Endo, one of my favorite books? Yeah, I've heard of Shishaku Endo, but I've never read Deep River. Okay, so historical fiction. And first, Team Yuki, Kwame. Thank you very much, Erica. Yes, 100%. But you'd be very, it's quite interesting because some of the stuff the kappa says in my book, Yokai Shadows, for the people just joining, you can get at printchin.net, printed on washed paper. You might take the side of the kappa because, yeah, some of the stuff she says is quite interesting. So, Haiti. Oh, yeah. Haiti has a, yes, first of all, shout out to Haiti, because first revolution, right? First revolution out in the Northern America and the Caribbean back in the day. And tell us about Deep River, Erica. Let me look up this book Barbara was mentioning first. Barbara says, not this book, this yokai. Anunnaki didn't come up with the typical search that I found. Okay, so it's not Japanese. Okay. But it's, what is it? It's Anunnaki is a group of deities of the ancient Sumerians, Assyrians, Babylonians. Wow, so Sumerian god. Hey, konnichiwa, bangtan, バンタン、ごめんなさい、誰でしょうbut 参加していただいてありがとうございます。So, Erica, interesting. I appreciate you. おことちゃん says, かっぱ寿司は好きじゃない。今、子供のアニメで、花かっぱっていうのが人気だよ。So, かっぱ寿司, yeah, if you don't know, conveyor belt sushi is there's like a belt that goes around carrying different types of sushi. And you pick up the sushi you like, basically. And one of those chain stores is called Kappa Sushi. As I was saying, it's based off of the very popular yokai. And so she doesn't like it. So, Okoto-chan, なぜカッパ寿司好きじゃないですか？かわいい、カッパがかわいいのになんででしょう？ And so she's saying there is a children's kappa that is very popular right now. There's a children's anime. I'm so sorry. Children's anime that is called Flower Kappa. That is super popular right now. And so, let's see. Barbara says, yes, so Anunnaki is a Sumerian god, our mythological beast that says, yes, allegedly they are the ones that seeded humanity. Yeah, a lot of people say first civilization out in Sumeria, Mesopotamia, places like that. 私の名前を簡単に発音してみましょう。キミンです。キミンさん、会ったことありますか？There's a Japanese viewer on Instagram that I don't think I've met before, but キミンさん、参加していただいてありがとうございます。おことちゃん says, スシローの方が美味しい。So there is a different conveyor belt sushi chain store. She prefers Sushiro. Yeah, Sushiro is pretty delicious. If you ever come to Japan, you gotta try out the conveyor belt sushi, although I do prefer the chef counter that just makes the sushi right in front of you. Those are typically better, more delicious, higher quality, but still, you would be very surprised. Conveyor belt sushi, although very cheap, quite delicious. Yeah, I do not talk about sushi in my book, but I'm considering it. Erica says, Deep River follows 4 Japanese tourists in India. They each have a spiritual revelation based on their experiences. It's really beautiful. Wow. I wonder if that's based off a real story. Deep Rivers by Endo. 4 Japanese tourists in India each have a spiritual revelation based on their experiences in India. A lot of people go to India for that. I did the opposite. I actually came to Japan and had my first spiritual revelation without taking psychedelics. So yeah, I took mushrooms and cactus, different stuff like that before, but the first spiritual experience I had without any of that, of course, marijuana, people, it's 2024. Meditation retreat out in Kyoto in the mountains, Vipassana. Think about it, 10 days silent retreat, 8 hours per day, meditating, sitting on your ass, watching and observing your breath. Can't speak to anybody. Even when you eat, you're supposed to avert your eyes so that other people you don't communicate with eye contact. In the Kyoto mountains, completely secluded, surrounded by nature, beautiful sounds. Wow. Crazy. Yes, Erica, wow. Yeah, it was intense. Vipassana meditation is actually an Indian form of meditation. But I participated out in Kyoto, and it was pretty intense. Just imagine all the stimuli we flood ourselves with every day, the phones, the screens, gotta go, like all that stuff gone. And you just sit there with your thoughts, and people like try 5 minutes, 10 minutes staring at a wall, doing nothing. I think you'd find that pretty tough. I think most people would find that pretty tough. But then multiply that just 8 hours a day. Of course, we ate only 2 meals though. 2 meals. Because you gotta keep your mind clear. You don't want to be overstuffed and stuff like that. And vegetarian, of course, Buddhist. And you just sit there and just boom, 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 boom. But yeah, and Erica says, yeah, it takes incredible discipline, 100%. But once you come out, that discipline pays off quite well. Barbara, that's awesome. Thank you. I agree. Once you come out of that, it's like the world is, like if you've taken psychedelics before, it's like you're tripping. Everything is super clear, and you're super present. I recommend it for everyone. It's not a cult or anything like that. Although they do play this tape from the guru that teaches you how to do the technique, I think that you can ignore all of that and just focus on the technique, finish it, get out. A lot of people that get stuck in going to those retreats over and over and over again, and it becomes like an addiction, because it really is like a high when you come out. You're like super alert. But you don't gotta go all the time. Like, go once, try it out, see what it is, and then after that, try to implement it into your daily life. Okoto-chan says, 京都は夏は暑すぎるけど、また京都に来てください。あれ、Okoto-chanは大阪住まいでしたっけ? But yeah, I do plan on going to Kyoto again, but the summer is insane. ごめんなさい、夏に行きません。暑すぎなので。Kyoto is too hot. I lived in Kyoto for a year, and the summer is insane. It's in a valley, so it's just super hot. But during the fall, Kyoto is the best. It has maple leaves, all stuff like that. Beautiful, beautiful. Erica says, fascinating swimming experiences on Earth. Yes, I agree, Erica. 100%. But we have come up on the hour. I want to keep these, consistently to an hour. I don't want to overdo it. And spoke about wabi-sabi, a little bit of ma in the beginning of this live. If you're curious about Japanese art, what type of Japanese art you want to collect, or books you want to read, like fantasy romance genre, romantasy, with a little bit of modern folklore, go to brandonchin.net, scoop up this washi book, and get to reading. Very short, can finish in a day, one sitting. That's why I write it. I want people to consume my work. Thank you for joining the live. ありがとうございます。Okoto-chan says, 私は大阪です。京都もよく行くけど、夏の京都は嫌い。僕も嫌いです。暑すぎなので。でも、Okoto-chanの演奏を見に行きたいなので、また関西に行くたびに連絡します。Arigatou gozaimasu. Barbara, thank you for sharing. Glad you're live letting on my feed. Thank you, Barbara. I appreciate you for joining. And yeah, see you guys on the next live. I plan on doing this pretty regularly. So if you want to keep up with the things, don't forget to follow on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube if you're interested in these type of lives. Please let me know what type of topics you want me to talk about. Erica says this was fun. Thank you. I appreciate you, Erica. Thank you for sharing Deep Rivers. I gotta check that out. Historical fiction, definitely nice. And yeah, Joy Chin over on YouTube. Thank you. Good program. Good night. I appreciate you. Everybody, Take care. See you on the next one. Goodbye. ありがとうございました。すいません。ありがとうございます。Good night. See you on the next one. Instagram signed off. YouTube, peace. Thank you for joining.